Sing the song to us.
Baby, if you give it to me.
Baby, if you give it to me. Everybody sing.
Baby, if you give it to me, I give it to you. I know what you want. You know I got it.
Baby, if you give it to me.
Split.
We've been together for a few years. Shed a few tears, got each other nicknames. I'm always on the road, hardly ever home.
The greatest reward is hearing that. Like, you can't pay someone to say that. You know what I'm saying? So when someone absorbs the energy that you exuberate and you try to give off, and you absorb it the right way, it's the most wonderful, rewarding feeling to hear it. Thank you so much. The people in Romania, even outside of that first experience when I've come back, they just always embraced and showed Busta Rhymes love. And my whole crew, Spliff Star, Scratchator, and it's part of the reason why I come back. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, you don't go nowhere more than once if you don't feel welcomed. You know what I'm saying? But Romania is one of my, not as frequent as I want it to be, but it's always been a pleasurable experience every time I've come. I ain't got the big enough yet to go and visit the Transylvania Castle with Dracula yet. You know what I'm saying? I do want to go see the shit, but I didn't realize that this was like some for real shit. Like, I thought this was just, like, I've always, you know, you see shit on TV or whatever. You know, entertainment is one thing, but I didn't know that there was a real history behind this guy. But I do want to go because I'm about history and research and, you know, always understanding the facts to things. But for me, that's the same approach to everything in life, which is what makes me apply myself 100% once I know the facts on what I'm trying to research. And just based on the experience and the research and the vibe and the firsthand opportunity that I got to engage with the people of Romania, it just made each trip that much more comfortable so that we can have a moment like what we had today. You know what I'm saying? Like, today felt like I was with my family. You know what I'm saying? It didn't feel like I was just with fans. It felt like I was with my family. And the most ironic thing about it, I've never performed in a venue this big in Romania. And I don't think that I've performed in a venue this big in too many other cities either. This is like one of the biggest and the most incredibly high volume level of production value that I've ever seen and experienced in my 28 years of professionally recording. But this felt so intimate. Every single person, even the ones that I couldn't see, I just felt them. And that shit made me perform. I don't know if you noticed, but like towards the end of the show, I had to sit down. I felt like at that point I gave all of myself. Like I really felt drained, positively drained. Like there was no way I could leave the stage and not feel like I was absolutely done. And at that point, I felt like there was nothing left to give. But if the people wanted to keep going, we was gonna go until we needed to call an ambulance, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what we do it for. Like, we do it to death. I want to do it to death. James Brown always said that. If we're gonna do it, we're gonna do it to death. And when you love something that much, there's no stopping. You do it until God says it's over. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, this was one of those nights that just felt like it was a godsend experience. Like, the way that the whole gelling process with the people happened. It's just like what you said. It's like a channeling. Like when that connection happens, that's greater than man. Like, that's That's some spiritual. You know what I'm saying?
It's divine.
It's divine, bro. Like politicians don't command that kind of strength, and no one commands that kind of strength. And it just feels there's no reason for me to still be here. Like, do you understand that? Like, I could have went home a long time ago, bro. It feels so good, I don't even want to leave. Like, I went in my dressing room and I was just like, this shit is like, what am I go to my room to do? Sit in four walls and go to sleep? I'm not leaving. I'm gonna get a drink. I'm gonna go back in the crowd. I'm gonna do my interviews. I'm gonna stick around because tomorrow is never promised, and it's like you don't never know when the opportunity for this blessed energy is gonna come around again. And as many amazing moments as I've had throughout my years, I'm still extremely grateful and extremely appreciative when I get the opportunity to continue to experience the fact that it can still get greater. It still gets greater. Like, after all this time, it's like really mind-blowing and amazing for me. And I'm just very, very thankful to the beautiful people of Romania and all of the organizers of the Untold Festival, and you know, everybody that thought to involve us this year and embrace us with open arms, because this is my first Untold Festival. And I hope it's not my last, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna let it be my last, but you know.
We are very good at keeping promises. So we're gonna make each other a promise tonight, okay, Romania? I said, we're gonna make each other a promise, okay, Romania? That promise is, we will definitely see each other again.